Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of History Buff 41. And in this episode, we are taking a look at U.S. ammo belts from World War I, World War II, and Korea. At the top, you see the Model 1910 ammunition belt, used largely in World War I, but there were so many of them made, and there were so many carried over that they were later used beyond in the interwar years and even into World War II. And then in the middle there, you see a World War II ammo belt, and it also has a ammunition pouch for a Model 1911 or an M1 carbine on it as well, that I added on many years ago. And then at the bottom, you can see the Model 1923 dismounted ammo belt, much like the World War II one. Well, it's a slightly different green, darker color of green, I should say. And it was manufactured during the Korean War. So we're going to take a little closer look at each one of these, and we will zoom in. So pardon the wild camera action here for just a moment. Okay, so here is the Model 1910. This is a later version of the Model 1910, and we can tell that a number of different ways. So one thing that differentiates it from the Model 1917 that was produced, and the most easily identifiable way, are these pockets here. They're kind of scrunched together, almost like they have elastic in them, whereas the Model 1910, the pockets look more like the other two ammo belts that we saw. It's also khaki in color. It is a three-piece belt. So you have your left side, which holds 5 pouches, and you have your right side, which also holds 5 pouches. And then this third piece is a connecting belt in between. These 3 holes here are for attaching to your Model 1910 haversack, and then you can see here on the back we have the belt has 2 hooks here that connect into the left and the right side, and this is used for adjustment to fit. So if we take a look at it on the inside, one of the other things that differentiates this from the earlier Model 1910s, you have the lift the dot snaps, which we see quite widely used in World War II. Earlier ones had like a solid snap, kind of like a button on a shirt, and they had an eagle on them. And then if we open it up, you see there's some sort of a lot number. But inside of here, in the earlier Model 1910s, in this ammo pocket, this was designed to hold 2 stripper clips for the 1903 Springfield. They were both 5-round clips. There would have been a divider, and there would have been a strap that came around and snapped right in here to hold one of the clips in, one of the stripper clips in. That has been deleted for an economy measure, and to be able to produce more of these in a quicker amount of time. The other thing I want to point out is here you can faintly see, very faintly, the remnants of a maker's mark here on this flap. I believe this one is probably Russell. A lot of times you will see stamped on the inside of them, either in here or even here, one of the other manufacturers, which is Long, and they'll be dated like the 9th month of 1916 or 17 or 18 or whatever the case may be. So, and then we also see a number of other things here. These, they show up better from this side. These grommets here would have been great, would have been used for hooking in suspenders or backpacks, something of that nature. And then these down here, you would have run your Model 1910 hangers through to hang things like a first aid kit, bayonet, ammunition pouches, pliers, whatever else. If we take a look at it, the metal on this, we can see that the buckles are brass, and if you look here, this is a much wider end on it for connecting these two together, like so. Hope you can see them well. Yeah, there we go, that's better. The end on this is much wider than you saw in the later ones from World War II and Korea. So, if we take a look at our World War II one, we see the familiar OD green. It is, again, a three-piece unit. You have your left side here, you have your right side here, and then you have this middle adjusting strap. And if you look at the strap, you'll notice a couple of things. There's only one hole here now. And the other thing that you'll notice is here on the ends, these no longer have hooks that hook into the ammo belt, but there's rather little sleeves stitched in here, and you simply work them in like so, and that holds your ends. We still have the grommets up here for hooking in suspenders, or later on backpacks, especially with the M45 system. And then we still have the grommets down here for adding whatever it was you would add, whether it is your bayonet, entrenchment tool, holster, ammo pouches, what have you, first aid kits, that sort of thing. Looking at the buckles here, you can see that they are still brass, but they have been painted black. Actually, you can see that better if we look here at the end on this. You can see a little hint of brass coming through here, but for the most part it's been painted black, and that was done to reduce glare off of equipment. And then if we open up one of these pouches, we see a lot number in here, and then back in here is the strap to hold the 5-round charger for our 5-round stripper clip for the 1903 Springfield. And actually, that one's kind of frozen in place, but this one here actually snaps up, and so you'd have 5 rounds sitting on this side of it. You would snap it down, and you'd have 5 rounds sitting on that side. Now, when the M1 rifle came out and the 8-round en blanc clip, that obviously wasn't going to work, so it just held one 8-round clip as opposed to 2 5 rounds. And again, looking at the buckles here, we'll bring our one from World War I back in. You can see kind of the difference here in the construction. Again, they're both brass, but you can see here the end is a lot wider on this one than it is this one. And while it may not seem like much, you can tell this one here would obviously save some material for the war effort. Now, a little something special about this one is, maybe you saw it earlier and maybe you didn't, it is marked USMC, United States Marine Corps. So the Marines, a lot of times when they had equipment special to them, they didn't mark it on the outside like you see the Army does. They'll mark them US. They mark them USMC on the inside of the belt where it's not as visible. You see it here, and then you see it again here with this ammo pouch for the 1911 and the M1 carbine. So we'll move this out of the way, and we'll bring out our Korean War ammunition belt. And looks very similar to the one from World War II. It's a darker color. You see here, you look at the buckles, same design, but this one's painted black. I have a pretty good idea that this is probably black painted steel. If we flip it over, again, the same 3-button piece, but if you look here, well, I don't know, those might be brass actually, because we have some brass poking out here. But if you look here at the markings, you see belt cartridge caliber 30 M1923 dismounted, and then you see a lot number 74-B-160, and then you see JQMD Jeffersonville Quartermaster Depot 1950. So this was made at the Jeffersonville Quartermaster Depot in Pennsylvania, and in 1950. So that's kind of it in a nutshell. We'll go back to this World War II in here in just a second, because one thing I neglected to show you, and well, I thought it had a manufacturer. Oh, here we go. You can't really see it, or you can't really make it out, but in here you can see where there was a manufacturer date and a year on it. And that's the main thing that I wanted to point out there. So with that, thank you for taking a look at our video of World War I, World War II, and Korean War era ammunition belts for, I guess it would be both the 1903 Springfield, the model 1917 Enfield, and the M1 rifle. If you like more content like this, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and ring the notification bell to make sure you don't miss a video. Thanks for watching.